This is Growthwheel and my name is David. In this video I'm going to show you 7 ways to be the best business advisor you can be. I'm going to share what we have learned from the world's best business advisors, and I'm going to show you the tech we've developed to support them. Business Advisors works at the touch point where business changes take place. Every company needs a business advisor, we believe, because they play a certain role to client companies. Certainly South Africa needs the best business advisor it can get. It's a key to economic development in all countries to support small businesses, and they all need a business advisor. Growthwheel is a company founded in Copenhagen. Today it's also based in New York City, and right here in Johannesburg we have a local setup, local content, local technology adaptation, local joint venture, and we're ICBA compliant. We have a partnership with CEDA, with whom we have trained and certified a very large volume of incubators in the country. Growthwheel was from Denmark, where it has been rolled out nationwide in a partnership with the Danish Ministry of Business and Growth. When the product came to the US, it was in a few years implemented in 47 states, and around the world it's used in 34 countries, and it has been translated into 8 languages. We have more than 2,300 business advisors around the world using Growthwheel and who have taken the Growthwheel training and certification. What have we learned from all these business advisors? I'm going to show you 7 principles, 7 ideas that you can adopt immediately, whether you're using Growthwheel or not. The first one is that the best business advisors take a 360 view on the business. It can be difficult to know the root cause of a client's problem and what decisions it is that will take them to the next level. So before you start giving advice, you really want to see the big picture. There's at least 3 reasons why you need the big picture. You don't want to give bad advice by having blind spots. You don't want to have endless conversations because you don't have a structure with a starting point and a finish line. And you don't want to work on symptoms. You want to find the root causes of the business problems, and for that you need to have the big picture. There's a number of ways to get it. You can look at a financial statement and get some kind of big picture. You can read a business plan and get a better idea. You can interview a client and hear what they say. And you can explore tools like Business Model Canvas. But you can also apply the Growthwheel framework. I'm going to talk a bit about what that is. Growthwheel is a visual way to look at the challenges that all businesses have. They need to make an attractive business concept, build an organization, get clients, and make money. And to get the big picture, Growthwheel breaks down these 4 challenges into 20 focus areas. So you get the Growthwheel framework, which is a checklist in a circle with colors on it. And you use it at your desk, on a business card, on your tablet, to find out what the client should focus on. When you pick out the tools, you're able to sit down on a piece of paper and mark out how things are going, so you can decide what to focus on. Or you can go online, and in the cloud you can make a 360 screening, so you and the client decide what is the scope of work, based on a 360 screening of the business. But that's not enough. You really want to use the big picture to look for root causes. So when a client says they want to focus on sales, what they really need might be to make a better product, or hire a full-time salesperson, or reduce the price by reducing their costs. So that's how the best business advisors try to get a 360 perspective, so they can find focus areas and look for root causes of what the client really needs to grow. The second thing that the best business advisors are doing is that they focus on key decisions. At any time, every business has 100 decisions it could be working on, but some of these decisions are better left for another day. So the best business advisors define the scope of work, and they focus on a few key decisions at a time. We have to focus on key decisions, otherwise we just have conversations. So we want to make a list of what decisions we're working on right now. Should we launch a product next month? Should we hire a new employee? How much capital do we need for the next 18 months? There are many such decisions, and the business advisor needs to figure out what are the few decisions we're working at a time. For that, we made a tool. It's very simple. It's a pad of paper with a list where you can list down those decisions. So you can make sure you can follow up on them and put them on a timeline. Which decisions must you make now, and which decisions can wait for later? This can also be done in the cloud. So you and the client can collaborate about those decisions and figure out what the right timing is for them. Everything online can be printed, so you can produce nice, good-looking PDF files like this that is not only a takeaway for the client, and is not only a follow-up tool for the advisor, but it's also a report that the manager can use and can use for reporting to all stakeholders. The third thing that the best business advisors are doing is that they give all clients a custom experience. All businesses in all industries, life stages, and all sizes, they have the same basic challenges, but the solutions are not the same. And the best business advisors assemble a custom toolbox for each client. We made a large toolbox, a comprehensive toolbox, so there's always something to find that the client needs. A package of maybe 4 tools that is the most important for them. Some clients need to work on their product mix. Others need to work on their suppliers. Some needs to work on an elevator pitch. And we have developed 100 decision sheets. So you can always find a tool that supports the decision the client is making or a combination. These tools are paper-based, but they are also online. So you can go on Growthwheel online, you can find tools, you can send them to the client and keep track of the tools that you've given the client and always have a new package for them. The fourth thing that the best business advisors are doing is to create a process with high productivity. Many business advisors interact with 50 or 100 clients per year, and each one of them requires special attention. The best business advisors constantly seek ways to increase their productivity by increasing the output or just doing less effort. The way to work with your productivity is to look at the workflow that you have as a business advisor. You need to acquire clients, you need to onboard them to your program, you need to plan the work that you're doing with them, and you need to deliver that service, you need to maintain the relationship, and you need to produce documentation. Productivity is all about looking at each step and find out what tools, techniques, processes, and software can support those processes. And in Growthwheel, we systematically go through these and we develop software that helps business advisors be more productive. Here's what Karen Sharp said. She's a business advisor in Houston, Texas. Growthwheel can reduce a conversation from 2 hours to 20 minutes. Well, if that's true, Karen has increased her productivity with 500%. Number 5, the best business advisors always conclude with action steps. Entrepreneurs have little patience for conversations that do not produce actions to immediately move them forward. The best business advisors are action-oriented and always conclude each one-to-one session with a list of action steps. We have the 30-60-90 the action plan for this that you already have seen an example of. This is the tool where you break down a decision into action steps and you put them on a timeline. This can also be done online, so you can collaborate with clients and produce action plans in the cloud. Number 6, the best business advisors track client progress. Business owners can easily be distracted from focusing on the most important decisions and actions, so the business advisor becomes the one to hold clients accountable and keep them on track. So we made a tool for that called a scoreboard. This is where you can again produce a list of the outcomes that have come out of your work with the client. We made a checklist so it's easy to see what are the outcomes that you may want to track, and in the cloud you can track them online. So you have a list and you can see analytics of how clients are performing and how they're executing. And finally, number 7, the best business advisors build consistency and quality throughout the organization. Client companies really build trust in an advisor when they experience quality and consistency throughout the organization. And the best business advisors, they take part in that by building a quality brand around themselves and their team. Now, becoming a trusted advisor is something to hope for, but also something that is required to make real impact. If you are a trusted advisor, you will attract the right clients and they will stay with you. If you are a trusted advisor, clients will share their problems with you, their failures, their incompetence, which you need to know if you're going to help them. And finally, a trusted advisor gets clients' attention and can influence them and actually make them change their mind. This was 7 ways that you can be the best business advisor you can be. Take a 360 view on the business, focus on key decisions, give the clients a custom experience, create a productive process, always conclude with action, track the client's progress, and build a consistent brand. We have much more to say about these. Come and get our brochure. We believe every business, every company needs a business advisor, and we want you to be the best business advisor you can be. Thank you very much. This is Growthwheel, and my name is David.